Hello again, Dominic Trofer, and welcome to another video. And this one will be something video game related. Still continuing on with my Wii U favorite game series. This one will be part 4. And now on Friday I uploaded it on. I uploaded part 3, which was about my favorite eShop games. Part 2 was my favorite third-party games on the Wii U, and my and the first part episode, first part video was my favorite first party games for Nintendo. Now this one will be, I think will be my favorite one, and it will be my favorite Virtual Console games I've played on the Wii U. Now, overall, as we've all known, the Virtual Console on the Wii U has kind of been a bit mixed, but in my opinion, I have loved the support that the Wii U Virtual Console has given us. It's just been so amazing, and I was so pleased to see so much good stuff. And the thing is, even though, again, the Wii U was discontinued last month, it's still getting new support, which is amazing and brilliant, so I'm happy about that. So I'll be talking about my favourite Wii U Virtual Console games in this episode. So I'm just going to get the Wii U GameCube controller. The Wii U gamepad controller. That's what I meant to say. Now, the ones I'll be starting off first, I'll be starting off with Game Boy Advance games I've played on the Wii U. Now, the first one I've liked playing is F-Zero GP Legend. Now, F-Zero, obviously the very famous franchise by Nintendo, even though they haven't really done much. I've quite enjoyed playing the F-Zero games on the Wii U, just like on the 3DS. Just like on the Wii and even the new 3DS as well. Even though there hasn't been a new F-Zero game in near over 12 years, it's still good to see that F-Zero still gets the Virtual Console treatment. Because that's all it really gets now. But it's nice to see the F-Zero games come back. Especially the Game Boy Advance ones. And the other one I want to talk about, another F-Zero, is Maximum Velocity, again Game Boy Advance. I think this also is a really nice, good game. I actually didn't get into the F-Zero franchise till about I'd say about at least 5 years ago. 5 to at least a while. It's been a while since I properly played them. But I did get the actual cartridges for the Game Boy Advance a few years ago, and I played them. I thought these are really, really good. Maximum Velocity, I think, is a good game. A little bit challenging, but it's still a really, really good game. Also, it's a launch title for the Game Boy Advance, which is, pretty nice. Another one I want to talk about, and I'm pretty new to the franchise, is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Now, me, I've not really played much of the Final Fantasy games. I've played the first one on the Wii Virtual Console and the NES Classic Mini, the little mini NES. So obviously, I'm really new to the Final Fantasy series. So I played a bit of Tactics Advance, and I thought this actually is a really, really good game. I started really, really getting into it more, and it's a really, really fun game. Well worth playing. Another one I've played is Metroid Fusion. I quite like the Metroid games. A little bit challenging, but it's a really, really good game. I think it's well worth it. I think anyone who's played Metroid has played the game. But it's a good game though. Another one I've quite enjoyed from the GBA VC, and that is Super Mario Advance Force, Super Mario Bros. 3, which is the Game Boy Advance remake from the NES. A good game. I think it's well fun to play. I think it's really worth playing. And the one thing I liked about when Nintendo brought this over was that it includes the bonus levels from the Game Boy Advance e-reader, which was an add-on for it. But due to the add-on being very unsuccessful and the cards being very flimsy and they break after a while, Nintendo re-released the Game Boy Advance version with all the levels built in, which was amazing for people who'd never heard of the e-reader but wanted to play the game. And I think that was a great thing for Nintendo to add Another one I've liked is this is the with it from the NES is Earthbound Beginnings, which is Mother 1. This was actually a surprise announcement that they came out with, I think, near 2 years ago, and it was surprising and a great moment for a lot of Earthbound/Mother fans, because we never originally got the game, so it was nice to see the game get re-released. So obviously I played it. It's obviously a little bit different, because obviously, you know, I never played the Earthbound games until the Wii U, but it's well worth playing for. It starts a bit slow, but you've got to understand that the game came out back in like the very late 1980s, so you've got to understand the times of the game. But it's still a very, very fun game, well worth playing. I think also I've enjoyed the Mega Man games. Mega Man games are really, really good, challenging, but they are really, really fun. To me, I'm a bit of a newcomer to them, but they're still really, really fun games. I think as well as the Zelda games as well. I've loved playing the Zelda games on here, as well as the classic Mario, which I enjoy the Lost Levels, you know, Super Mario Bros. 2. That's another game I've always liked. A bit challenging, but it's really, really fun. I know a lot of people don't like that game because it is very, very difficult, but I quite like it. It's a nice game. I think from the DS VC, one I've enjoyed is Animal Crossing Wild World, which a lot of people kind of count as the real Animal Crossing game on the Wii U. This was the first time I ever properly played Animal Crossing, and it's quite a nice game. I think it's really, really good. It's an interesting game. It's kind of like a life simulator, but it's really, really fun. I think it's one of the best games I've played from the DS. You know, it's fun as heck. I also obviously have Mario Kart DS, which I like as well. New Super Mario Bros. Tremendous game. Star Fox Command, I have actually got that on the DS, and it's a quite fun game, but it's nice to have it on the Wii U as well. Metroid Prime Hunters, very, very amazing game. I think it's great how it used the touchscreen when it came out for the DS originally. A nice game. Yoshi's Island DS, I've played a bit of that as well. That's a really, really fun game. WarioWare Touched, I think the classic WarioWare games. They're always really, really fun. That's the thing. And also you have Brain Training on here, which is good. I've also enjoyed the short amount of TurboGrafx 16 games I got on there. And two of the games I've enjoyed a lot are Bomberman 94, which obviously it's Bomberman and stuff. I quite enjoy the Bomberman games. I got into it with the DS because there were a few games on there. And it is really, really enjoyable. Very addictive and very just enjoyable. And a really, really enjoyable game. Well worth playing. And I've enjoyed a lot of Bonk's Adventure as well, which was obviously like the main mascot for the TurboGrafx 16. Really, really fun game. Quite enjoyable. It feels a bit like, you know, something like, obviously, you know, it was kind of like their version of Mario or their version of Sonic. I think that's how it felt. It was really, really good. I've also enjoyed playing the Super Nintendo. I think I've also played the F-Zero game on there, the original, which is really, really good, you know what I mean? Even though I never originally grew up with it, the Virtual Console does help you, a lot of us younger gamers get into these franchises, which are pretty cool. The original Super Mario Kart, I love that to bits. That's a really, really fun game. And I think the surprise Super Nintendo game that was on there was obviously Earthbound, the infamous Earthbound, but it was great to see that. So I played it and I quite enjoyed Earthbound. Being a newcomer at the time, it was different and unusual, but it was like that in a good way. I loved playing it. And the Wii games, the digital Wii games that were on the Wii U, I've enjoyed a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles, which is a fantastic game, because the actual disc copy is very, very expensive, and I don't like that, but that's just the way it is. And obviously Nintendo released it digitally for like £18, which is like $20, on the eShop. The thing is, even if you are one of these people who plays video games and loves physical content and loves physical games, and you want to play Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, from the Wii, do it, because it's a well worth game. I know a lot of people might say, well, Dominic, I don't purchase digital games. I know that, but it's well worth getting. It's a fantastic game.